always repeat this, that I do work with spirit guides. I say that to you for the two reasons, that if I say the cards tell me, which I probably will, I don't credit the cards. I credit my guides for what comes up here. Then I am going to talk about life at the moment and where things are going in the immediate future up to a year. They do understand a year. They don't understand time in general. I have to ask you how long things have been, and when I see things coming, I ask if you recognize them. Sometimes things have already happened, and I think they're going to happen. Krista, I am going to go right to your question, but I want to establish something first. What kind of work do you do, please?
Currently unemployed.
From what?
February 20.
No, not timing. From what are you unemployed from?
A used bookstore.
We'll go back to that, but I want to go to your subject first. I want a little background on this past relationship. And this was a relationship at one time?
It was a friendship, a very good friendship.
And this one was also involved with the bookstore?
He was my boss, yes. We were friends for 5 years.
Okay. Now, I described the personality to you before, and I want to make sure I'm understanding it right. If you remember, I described people as masculine, feminine personalities. I said that he was what I called a gentle, masculine personality. I describe it as a teacher's personality, even though we know he's not a teacher. He didn't think of him like that. Very strong side to this personality, but more commonly put towards work and that kind of thing, but it can cross over also. Very bright person. Very level-headed about most things, but there are a couple of odd ones in here that you know well enough to know about. Has his own rules that he lives by. He lives very strictly by his rules. He's also what I call a commitment freak, and I need to explain that to you. By commitment freak, he takes commitment very, very seriously. So if there's a problem with somebody or something that he feels committed to, he gets pretty OCD about it. All that makes sense to you?
To a certain extent, yeah. I think he had more of a commitment to being a loner as opposed to.
Well, you may be right. But I meant in general, not necessarily just relationships, to the job, he just takes commitment very, very seriously, and for that reason can
Very much.
hesitate. You have tried to make contact?
I have.
And you got some response?
No. I guess a better answer would be, we briefly reconnected last year.
That's what I see here.
Yeah.
Okay, thank
And then
you.
we lost contact
Thank you.
for.
Yeah, I understand how you feel about this. I probably said to you before that I felt there was a bit of a soul connection between the two, which doesn't mean soulmate, it means a past life connection.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand why you're even abnormally drawn to this. That's because of that past life situation. But for some reason, we're breaking one of his rules. And please, I don't know what that is.
Right.
But for some reason, he's, I'm gonna say, he lives very strictly by his rules, whatever that might be. And I don't want to sound cold to you here, because I'm not a cold person. I've been married twice. I've been in a lot of long-term relationships and that kind of thing. And I know how easy it is for me to sit here and say something, and another one for you to.
If it's the truth, if it's cold, it's the truth. So.
You're gonna have to let go and move on.
Mm-hmm. Don't try to contact him again.
No,
I did.
I don't think it would hurt, but I don't think much would come of it, to tell you the truth.
Okay, that explains it. I did try to contact him in late May of this year after nearly a year, and I didn't get any response.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about trying again in another 3 to 6 months.
It won't hurt, except for, I think
It's unlikely.
you're setting yourself up for disappointment.
Okay.
The best thing to do is to accept it for what it is and go ahead and move on from it, and that's what I meant when I said, I know how easy it is for me to say that, how
Right.
difficult it is for you to do that.
Any ideas on how? Was my next question.
Afraid not.
Okay.
I don't think, now there's not somebody else in your life, right?
My husband.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Because, I was gonna say it wouldn't be a very good time and you wouldn't be in the right frame of mind to bring in new relationships.
Right. He never really liked our friendship to begin with.
All right. I do wanna go to the work situation. How long have you been in the workplace?
Over a year now. February 2020 was last.
Okay. Have you been thinking about going off in a new direction with your work?
I have.
Have you been thinking about some possible education, whether that be vocational training or education?
No, more in the line of getting out of retail and going remote.
Yeah, retail sucks.
Hmm?
Retail sucks.
Retail does suck, but it's what I know. I'm overeducated and underemployed. I'm okay with it for the most part.
That sucks too. I've been
It
there.
does.
I've been there.
I've done the cubicle thing. I honestly liked retail better than cubicle life.
The retail. I always remember I saw a bumper sticker one time. It was years ago. I never forgot it. I know there's a hell. I work retail.
Been doing it since I was 18, 17, 18, I'm 46 now. With the exception of the cubicle life.
All right. I'm just going to go ahead and speak here. And please don't ask me to explain what I'm talking about. I don't know. I'm interpreting what I have here.
Okay.
We do see opportunities here. We also see a learning curve here. So they have something in here talking about learning something new. That's why I asked you about vocational training, actual education. They're talking about learning something new. They're talking about the opportunities being there, but your hesitancy to take advantage of them.
That explains some things.
Well, like I say, the opportunities are there.
Okay.
All right. Let me move on. This is going to be important. Let's take a look at home, please. Where are you living?
Woburn, Massachusetts.
All right. How long have you been married?
18 years now.
Oh, okay. Oh, don't mind me. The timing is important, particularly at 18 years.
Yep.
What does your husband do, please?
Software engineer.
Say again, please.
Software engineer, coder.
Yeah, okay. That gives me personality. I don't even have to ask. That gives me personality right there. Are you finding yourself in an unusually difficult time in your marriage at the moment? If you're not, you may find one coming in here.
Okay, I don't think so.
You may have one coming in here. That's why I perked up with the comment at 18. Approaching 20 can be a challenging time. It's a questioning time in the relationship. I don't have it in here, but I've been doing this for 30 odd years, and it's very, very common for that to happen as we approach that 20th. Okay, let me go to the home itself. How long have you lived in the home, Erin?
17 years.
Long time. Oh, we got something going on here. You're not talking about a move, is that right?
No.
I want to eliminate that, not sure. By the way, that beeper doesn't mean I'm out of time. It meant I'm right where I should be.
Okay.
Have you been, or have you been thinking about some interior changes? You know,
Not really, no.
I'm gonna strongly suggest it to you.
Okay.
I may have explained this to you before, but I'm going to do it again. The energy in the home is a very real thing. It's how we feel when we walk in the door, how others feel when we walk in the door. It needs to shift now and then.
Okay.
An awful lot of it is visual. It's what we see.
Mm-hmm.
And I always use the comparison, it's like people come in here and talk about the smell. We can't smell it in here every day.
Right.
And once in a while, I'll walk by in the street and get a little whiff of it. Other than that,
I love the smell.
I'm going to suggest making some interior changes. I like to go to the living room, and I only do that because it's kind of the center. It's where we're going to spend time, if we're entertaining, it's where we're going to be, to make some changes in there. Maybe it's time for some fresh paint. Maybe it's time for a new piece of furniture here or there. Like I say, it's visual we're trying to do. At least maybe moving some furniture around in the room so it feels differently when we walk into it is what I want to do. You're also familiar with smudging, right?
Mm-hmm.
Might want to smudge.
I was actually looking at the ones out there.
Yeah.
Anything in particular?
No, I like, we have little bundles for $3 or $4.
I saw
They're
those,
the
yeah.
ones I like to use.
Okay.
And I don't even burn that whole bundle. It's symbolic. I burn it a stem at a time. But I want to try and shift the energy in
Okay.
the home. Now, one quick thing, and I've got to go because I'm still booked behind you, I believe. Do you have pets?
No.
Have you ever thought there was a ghost in your house?
No.
I asked about cats because cats are very, very aware of them. They're fascinating to me.
That does explain some things.
I do think there's a presence in the house. I'm surprised you've been there so long and don't know it. Usually after a time, they'll make their presence known. They're quite harmless, but there is something in here talking about a presence in your home.
I've never experienced anything like outrageous, like things falling over or noises or anything, but yeah, no, a cat would explain a couple of things.
Usually, not everybody is going to see them, but if you do, it's usually in your peripheral vision. There's something there, and you turn your head, and it's not there.
Yep.
But like I say, they're more common than you would think, and they're quite harmless.
Okay.
Nothing at all to fear, but there is talk in here about there being a presence there. All right, I'm going to have to wrap up.
Okay.
All right, well.